How did the world's most iconic model become one of its most tragic stories? She was the face of an entire generation until it all fell apart. Drugs, scandals, silence. Her rise made her a legend. Her fall nearly destroyed her. So, how did Kate Moss go from fashion's golden girl to a cautionary tale? This isn't just a story about beauty. It's a story about survival. How does a 14-year-old with no runway experience become the face of a generation? She wasn't tall, she wasn't glamorous, and she definitely didn't look like the supermodels of her time. But in 1988 at JFK Airport in New York, 14-year-old Kate Moss was discovered by Storm Model Management founder Sarah Dukas. It was pure chance. Kate was just returning from a family trip to the Bahamas. That single moment would redefine beauty standards across the globe. Unlike the towering, powerful figures of the 80s like Naomi, Cindy, and Claudia, Kate was different. She was short, fragile-looking, with hollow cheeks and melancholy eyes. A new kind of beauty was born, raw, vulnerable, painfully real. By 1992, she was the face of Calvin Klein's Obsession campaign, alongside a young Mark Wahlberg. The images were stark black and white, stripped down, almost voyeuristic. She looked lost, and the world couldn't stop staring. Kate Moss became the face of heroin chic, a controversial aesthetic that romanticized fragility, melancholy, and emotional detachment. Critics said she looked ill. Fashion editors said she looked honest. Teen girls wanted to look like her, but no one stopped to ask if Kate herself was okay. Was she a fashion revolution or a warning we all chose to ignore? What happens when the world falls in love with a woman who doesn't even know who she is yet? By the mid-90s, Kate Moss was everywhere. Magazine covers, runways, perfume ads. Her face became a global obsession. But fame came with a price. For Kate, that meant relentless paparazzi, invasive tabloids, and a growing sense of isolation. In 1994, she started dating Johnny Depp. Their relationship was explosive, passionate, and deeply unstable. A beautiful disaster Hollywood couldn't look away from. They fought in hotel rooms, they partied all night, they smashed things, and the next day they kissed in front of the cameras. Kate once said, "No one really took care of me. Johnny did for a bit." I believed what he said. But after they broke up in 1998, Kate spiraled. The media caught every tear, every night out, every wrong move. And the fashion world, it profited from the spectacle. Kate wasn't just a model anymore. She was a tabloid character, a broken porcelain doll the world couldn't stop watching. Was this the beginning of her downfall, or just another chapter in a toxic love story? She wasn't just losing jobs. She was losing herself. After breaking up with Johnny Depp, Kate tried to keep it all together. But behind the scenes, she was falling apart. In the early 2000s, the pressure to stay thin, stay relevant, and stay perfect became unbearable. And right in the middle of this chaos entered Pete Doherty. The troubled frontman of The Libertines was wild, brilliant, and completely toxic. Their relationship was a whirlwind of drugs, arrests, and tabloid drama. They got matching tattoos, they flaunted their love in public, and together they crashed and burned on the front pages. In 2005, a British tabloid published blurry photos allegedly showing Kate snorting cocaine in a studio with Doherty. It exploded into an international scandal. Brands like H&M, Chanel, and Burberry dropped her overnight. Fashion turned its back on the woman it had once crowned. The headlines were brutal. Cocaine Kate, from catwalk to crack, heroin chic, literally. She became the face of everything wrong with fame and fashion. But here's what the headlines didn't say. Kate checked into rehab. She disappeared from the spotlight, and for once, she wasn't posing. She was trying to survive. Could she come back from this? They canceled her. She came back stronger. While the media was busy burying her career, Kate Moss was quietly rewriting her story. Just 1 year after the scandal, she made the most unexpected move. She signed over 18 new contracts with top fashion houses, including Dior and Roberto Cavalli. She didn't apologize. She didn't do interviews. She let the images speak for themselves. Her return to the runway was cold, controlled, and powerful. She walked like nothing had happened, because that was the message. She wasn't asking for forgiveness. She was taking back her place. In 2007, she launched her own fashion line with Topshop. It sold out in hours. The girl who once modeled for others was now designing for herself. Fashion tried to change her, but no one could replicate her chaotic beauty or mystery. And then something strange happened. She became a national icon. In 2012, Kate appeared at the closing ceremony of the London Olympics, draped in a shimmering gold gown, like the ultimate goddess of British fashion. The girl from Croydon, once shamed and rejected, was now a symbol of cultural pride. How did the most controversial model of her era become the most respected one? Kate Moss didn't just survive the fashion world, she changed it. Kate Moss never fit the mold, and that's exactly why she became iconic. Before her, fashion was about perfection. After her, it was about personality. She made flaws beautiful. She turned fragility into strength. She made silence louder than words. Her image started a whole aesthetic. Heroin chic, the waif look, messy buns, smoky eyes. She wasn't just a model, she was a mood board. She never chased fame, but she was photographed more than anyone in her generation. She never gave emotional interviews, yet everyone projected a story onto her face. Even decades later, young models still try to copy her, but no one can replicate that ghostly look in her eyes. That look that says, "I've seen things you couldn't imagine, and I'm still here." Today, Kate Moss isn't just a supermodel. She's a businesswoman, a mother, and the founder of her own wellness brand. She rarely speaks, rarely posts, rarely explains herself. And that's her final rebellion. In a world obsessed with oversharing, she remains a mystery. To the legendary supermodel of the 90s, a woman who carved her name in fashion history, not just with her beauty, but with her survival. We end this story with respect. She didn't just shape fashion, she broke it down and rebuilt it. Was Kate Moss the golden girl of fashion or the mascot of disaster? Let's meet in the comments and discuss. If you're curious about the darkest, most sensational, and mysterious stories of the fashion world, Model's Fable is made for you. Here, secrets are uncovered, legends are rewritten. Subscribe and become a part of the Model's Fable family.